Hello everyone, my name is Marion, and I'm once again joined by my friend Linn.
Hello, hello.
Okay, so the last video did pretty well, which is really great. Thank you all so much thank you to those who watched this video. I don't know how many of you are going to be watching this video, but needless to say, I had scheduled that video the night before it was supposed to go up. And that very same night, I checked like merely an hour later or so after it was done rendering, and I took a look at Reddit just real quick, and I saw that there was an update to the story already. So this is part 2 of the last video. Well, actually, the video before my last video, the last video that I uploaded. I don't know why I did, but anyways, if you want to see part 1 of this video, the link is in the description below. But for anybody who needs some catching up, who's seen that last video, basically, this guy had an ex. His ex also was friends with his best friend, who kept bringing up his ex to his fiance, and then we found out that they were racist. So, this is part 2 to that, and this is apparently the final update to this story. So, yeah, I also, another thing to bring up, I have not read this. The other story I had read, and I called up Lynn so that way I could read it to her so she can give her own thoughts and we kind of could talk about it. I have not read this update where I'm going in completely blind, so needless to say, I'm very excited, but also rather nervous to see what happens next. All right.
Let's hope that this is the final update and that all ends smoothly.
I mean, it
As,
says it's the
as it
final
can.
update, but you never know. Sometimes there's like, okay, guys, this is the actual final update.
Life does not hand you lemons, it throws them at you.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was apples. No, that's the doctors. Never mind.
Anyway,
Anyways, so all right, so let's get to it. This is part 2 to the original racist "Am I the Asshole" story. So here we go. So the final part of this story was uploaded to r/am I wrong, and here is the title. Final update. Am I wrong? My friend keeps on talking about my ex in front of my fiance. So let's get to it. You ready?
yes.
All right. That was a really delayed yes, so I have a feeling maybe not entirely ready, but like 75% at least.
I'm sitting in limbo waiting for this.
All right. Let's get to it. I wrote a post 2 months ago regarding my best friend Jess constantly bringing up my ex when talking to my fiance Yang. I wrote an update 2 weeks ago about my mom, sister, and Jess scheming about trying to get me back with my ex Lisa because they were uncomfortable with Yang being Chinese. They tried to do it when my fiance was visiting her parents, and I felt so betrayed by their actions. As I said in the previous post, I blew up on my mom and sister about what they said and immediately left. I did not take calls for them or answer texts for the next several days. Their messages initially were anger towards me on why I'd left before they could finish what they wanted to say. However, I think they realized on day 3 that they might have crossed the line this time and became extremely apologetic. I finally messaged them to leave me alone and not to contact Yang or I until we contact them. Jess did not message me the entire time. Nice.
Okay.
I did not tell Yang about the situation until she came back home 9 days ago. This was something that he said he was going to do in the last post, if you remember that.
Yes.
I initially did not know how to bring up the subject, but she sensed something was wrong and asked me about it. I was so worried about hurting her, but I told her what had happened. I was upfront about the stunt Jess pulled, and she was angry at Jess. I also told her about my visit at my mother's place, but she did not react with any anger. She just asked me if I was okay. Fuck.
Oh. Wait,
That
read that again? What?
I also told her about my visit to my mother's place, but she did not react with any anger. She just asked me if I was okay.
Oh, she knows what's going on. I bet she has an idea of what's going on.
I mean, he had to have told her about it. Cuz the thing is there was the whole stunt that she pulled, which was terrible, like that Jess pulled, which was terrible. But he told her about what Jess had done by inviting Lisa, from what it seems, which is already terrible enough. But now
Yes. And sorry for interrupting, but in a way, if this one has been undoubtedly as if she's dealt with racist people before, then she probably knew what was happened from the get go. Perhaps,
that's true. That could be maybe Yang did
and
actually,
she
yeah.
probably sees where this is going. But what scares me is I don't know if it's more terrifying for someone to blow up about this situation or for them to be just calm as a cucumber.
Yeah, because knowing that he probably told Yang about what they had said about her and how like they see her so differently or whatever, and the fact that all she has to respond with is, "Are you okay?" And there's an airplane going by. There's an airplane going by. We have to wait for it to move. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna fight 'em all. A 7 nation army can't hold me back. I'm gonna rip along. And then on the in my blood says leave it alone. This happens every time I record too, no matter without fail. There's always an airplane that goes by.
Growing up as a kid, the airplanes were alarmingly close to the rooftops going by.
Yeah, they are around here too. Anyways, but yeah, as I was saying, the fact that all she has to respond with is "Are you okay?" just makes me go like, she's either like hurt so badly she has no other way to respond besides like "Are you okay?" or she's like so angry she's like, "You all right?"
I get the feeling season. I really get the feeling season damage control right now, trying to see what else she needs to add to the list. And that list is really. It's almost as long as a 5-year-old's Christmas list.
Yeah. Oh god. All right, next paragraph. The next few days were confusing where I was more upset than Yang. She was just excited showing me all these pictures and telling me stories. Finally, on last Thursday evening, she opened up and asked me if I was okay about my mom's behavior and what I planned to do. I told her my thoughts and how I cannot forgive them for what they said about her being Asian and them wanting me to marry Lisa because she was white. I asked her why she was not more upset, as it was bothering me. Which, yeah,
Probably because she's dealt with it a lot more than you have.
Oh.
And like, there's no
Linn?
harm. Well, there is harm to it, but
I just got a snippet of the next paragraph.
oh no, oh god, come on.
She told me that when she told her parents about me, they had the same reaction for her dating someone who was not Chinese. Her family is very traditional, and her parents were very upset about her decision. It took them a few months to warm up to me and accept me. She never told me about this because she wanted me to have a good relationship with her parents. She told me that now they are the most excited doing arrangements for our wedding. Fuck.
Okay, well, at least her side of the family slowly warmed up. His side is still in the pot, fuming over this.
Yeah.
They are steaming like a lovely, not even chicken noodle. I love chicken noodle. Like a seasoned broccoli stew or something, whatever.
Yeah, like with her family, it's like, oh, that sucks. But then, at least now they're like, yeah, now they're pretty warmed up to it. They're like, yeah, we're gonna make a good wedding and shit. These guys have apparently known Yang for a good while at this point, and are still acting like this.
Honestly, at least Yang's family, from the sounds of it, I don't know yet because you still haven't looked at the next paragraph. At least her family sounds like they're trying to do what they think will make her happy.
Yeah. All right. She told me that she has always felt something was off when she talked to my mom, my sister, or Jess, and that they did not like her. My mom and sister would be very friendly with her in front of me, but never invited her for anything when I am not around. She suspected that it may be due to the fact that she is not white and does not understand the American traditions. She said she is not upset with them, and now that this is in the open, she should talk to them and assure them that she would be as good of a wife as Lisa or any other girl. She said that she does not want to break a family in order to start a new one. Yang, listen, I hear you. I hear you. Counterpoint.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to.
After, in all due respect, after the conversation your fiancé had with his family, there is a pair of scissors next to some very thin thread right now.
Yeah, just cut the thread, man. Honestly, it's like, listen, Yang, I get it. I get that. Like, in all honesty, it's more sad the fact that, because this was the thing that I was most afraid of at the beginning. In the last video, I think I even said this, where I was like, like I think we both said this too, of where our main thing was just like hoping like Yang doesn't feel like as if she is lesser than Lisa, you know, because of Jess bringing up all these stories. And now it's kind of like it's like it if it like the fact that she says that she wants to reassure them she would be as good of a wife as Lisa or any other girl just makes me so sad.
In a way, with my standpoint, it seems more or less that she's trying to do a better kind of damage control than I originally thought, in trying to keep his family together for him rather than, yeah.
Despite my protests, Yang invited my mom and sister for lunch on Sunday. She said it would be good for us to talk about everything and hear why they are concerned about her marrying me. It's because they're racist, Yang. It's because they're racist. It's because they are racist, Yang.
Yeah.
It's because they're racist, Yang. That's all. That's all we need to do. Yang, listen, buddy. It's because they're racist. Like I know you say like.
At the same time, if I were in her shoes, you know me, I'd do the same thing. I've tried doing the same thing for past friendships. Like,
I know.
I can't blame her for wanting to have that final step to at least confront the people that are pissed off at you rather than your soon-to-be partner doing that.
It's like I understand both of your things because like it seems like both you and Yang are similar in that way of being like instead of just like okay let's cut them off or like oh fuck these guys, your immediate thought is okay what can we do to try to fix this, you know, or whatever. My thought is fuck these guys. That's my thought.
At some point you have to have that mindset once you realize it's you can't repair the situation, but at the same time it doesn't stop you from looking at every angle you can. You just need to know when to stop.
Yeah.
And from the sounds of it, maybe this is her final look. Maybe just checking the edges, make sure the puzzle can go together, or if you just have to throw it away.
I will say this would have been so much worse if her parents were also still in that boat that that OP's parents were in. Or OP's like family is still currently in. They're still in that boat right now. But
yeah,
like,
honestly, I guess that's the happy thing about this. If her family's starting to open up and actually take in consideration her feelings on this.
Yeah, because it seems like for that, yeah, because she says that
at least you have a family in that end. Like it's not, from my viewpoint, family isn't that big of a deal. But at the same time, it's nice to have.
Yeah, it's at least nice to know that like despite her family starting off in a way of like they were like having like a disapproval to this, they slowly warmed up to it to now where they're even excited to plan out the wedding. It's nice to know that at least on that side everything's all right. On this side though, everything's still a shit show. So, all right. Oh God.
Continue.
When my mom and sister arrived, there were a lot of waterworks and apologies. My mom apologized to Yang and me for her behavior and told us that she would never bring it up again. My sister was also quiet and had tears in her eyes. There were a lot of blame games. My mom and sister were blaming Jess for constantly telling them how Yang might not be great for me and how she won't fit into our family. My mom and sister fought with Jess after I left and Jess blamed Lisa. Based on Jess's story, Lisa had been depressed for the last few years and when I suddenly got engaged to Yang, it became worse. Jess thought that I was also depressed after Lisa left me because I did not date anyone for 3 years. In reality, I just wanted to focus on my work and studies and had never had time. So Lisa convinced Jess that she had to get back together with me as that's what I wanted to do. Jess said, sorry, let me reread that real quick. So Lisa, okay, so there's a bit of a typo here. It says Lisa convinced Jess that she has to get back. Oh, okay. All right. So Lisa convinced Jess that she has to get back together with me as that is what I wanted too. Jess said how sorry she felt for Lisa as she was her longtime friend and listened to her plan as she thought it was good for everyone.
I'm sorry, if that story is true, you did the worst thing possible for your friend. And second off, I don't believe that.
I don't believe it really either, to be honest. Like, here's the thing. I'm still not really happy with the mom and the sister because either way, they both still said the thing about like, oh, well, you know, she's trying. That's still racist. So needless to say, they're still not great people.
As I believe, what's said has been said, what's done has been done. You can't go back.
Yeah,
there is no replay.
There's no you can't blame someone else for you being racist. You can't blame Jess for that one.
Here's the thing. If you're going to have that confrontation before the soon-to-be wife comes into the picture, you need to actually bring that up.
Yeah, it's oh god.
Because now this is like you're throwing more kindle into the fire.
Like they're trying to blame Jess for everything, and even so, like, and then Jess is apparently blaming Lisa. Like I said, this is all from the sister and the mom's mouth. So who knows? But apparently, yeah, apparently Lisa has been depressed for the last few years, and when OP got engaged to Yang, it became worse, and so she's, I guess what Jess is trying to say is that Lisa is the one that orchestrated this by telling her like, hey, I want to get back together with him, and I think he wants to too. But at the same time, I don't know if I really believe that. I don't believe
Yeah,
that
I'm
Lisa's
sorry,
the
I
one
don't
that did
believe
it.
that. I don't believe that story because if that was the case, I feel like it should have been brought up when he was at that diner with them or whatever it was.
Yeah, like I don't really believe like anybody except for OP and Yang here because it seems because the mom and the sister, like you both said racist things. It doesn't matter if Jess was the one that orchestrated this or not. You both still said those things. So needless to say, you're still fucking terrible. Jess Jess may or may not have orchestrated this entire thing, or but Jess also has one on record saying, "Well, actually, it was Lisa that told me to do this." But either way, Jess is unreliable here because we still don't know really for what's going on with Lisa, and the mom and the sister are still not off the hook. So, needless to say, things are still not great.
Okay, here's how I feel like it's going to go down now. Now is they're actually openly apologizing. I feel like that she's going to have the urge to try to rekindle that for her husband, probably, from the way this is sounding to me. But what I really think, if sure, go ahead, give it one more try, but you have to cut the ex friend and the current friend out of the picture because they're not helping.
No, like it's like they're not help. Like those guys are because the ex and the friend or the current who's will probably be ex friend by the end of this. Well, there's only two more paragraphs and they're very short, but either way, like both of these guys are already shit. Or we I don't know. That's the thing. That's the worst part about this. That's it's so because it's unreliable here. Because on one hand, it's like if because this is coming from OP's perspective, obviously, and so
Mm-hmm.
his sister and his mom are blaming Jess for the entire thing and are trying to apologize to Yang, saying that it was Jess who orchestrated this. That still doesn't get off the hook. Like, hey, you still said those things. And then Jess is the one that's blaming Lisa, saying that Lisa is the one who told her to do this. But we
Everyone's
don't even know
pointing
anything about.
fingers.
Yeah, they're all pointing fingers at each
Everyone's
other.
pointing fingers. No one wants to take the blame.
Yeah.
When in reality, they also take the blame. There's plenty of it to go around right now.
Oh, it gets worse, man.
Oh, well, I am fucking. This is not going to be the final update. This isn't going to be the final update, is it?
I don't think so, honestly. My mom and sister told us that I should stay away from Jess because she orchestrated the whole situation. That doesn't excuse her racism, but okay. They kept on hugging Yang and apologizing to her. Yang in turn started crying and telling them that she will do better to fit in with them. You don't need to fit in with anyone, bitch! You don't need to fit in with anybody! You don't need to compensate yourself for these motherfuckers. You don't need to do shit. You just need to be
They need to
yourself.
suck it up and learn that their child's going to love who he wants to love.
Exactly.
They have no room.
It was all a big mess. I am still skeptical of my mom's change in heart, but I also want to see Yang happy. However, I think it will take a lot of time and healing before I could truly trust my mom and sister. Rightfully so.
And take as much time as you need.
Yeah, take an eternity for all I care, honestly.
Yeah.
Currently,
That's something that will never change. If I were you, if you were to have kids with her, I would suggest you keep them away from their parents for a little while, because those kids are going to have one hell of a time if they're left alone with them, in my opinion.
oh god. Currently, my mom invited us to lunch at her place next week and told me that Jess will not be there. Jess has still not messaged me or Yang. I really don't know what I can do in this situation. I am still upset and furious at my mom, but I also want to respect Yang's effort to keep my family together. Thanks everyone for all the messages and supportive comments. It really helped reading them when I was feeling very sad. This isn't going to be the final update, I'm going to be honest here. I feel like there's more that's going to happen. But
There's going to be something that goes down at that dinner, or in a year's time, or in 2 years' time, something's going to happen.
honestly,
And I hate to say that.
like I keep reiterating this because it's like it does not listen like to the mom and sister. It doesn't matter if Jess orchestrated the whole thing. It doesn't at this point. It doesn't even fucking matter anymore because what you guys
They all said what they said.
you all like Jess, you and Jess, Jess, the mom and the sister. They all said racist shit. So even if Jess is the mastermind behind all of this, if you guys were truly good people, If Jess told you to say those racist things, you probably wouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
But instead, you went along and said it. So, needless to say, you're not off the hook by any means by saying, well, Jess told us this. It doesn't, at this point, it doesn't matter if Jess was the
At
one that
this point,
orchestrated it.
you see that she's in a ship and it's going down. You guys have jumped overboard with the last flotation devices. You guys are swimming for shore. This is like some messed up Titanic.
Yeah, it's. And then Lisa, that's the thing about that. That's the worst part about this is Lisa. We still don't even know what's going on with her because at this point, I can't even trust Jess as a narrator really, if it's true. I can't trust the mom, I can't trust the sister, and I can't trust Jess as a narrator because all of them said some really fucked up shit. And now the mom and the sister are trying to blame Jess, and they're saying
Yeah,
that
it's
Jess.
a blame game right now. They
Yeah.
all have. There is no trust that they don't deserve any trust. I've been in situations like this. It's a blame game. When you see that shit's about to go down, you're going to avoid it with everything you can.
In I'm gonna be honest. In all honesty, like if I was in OP situation, and this is what they told me, I would have probably been like, no, you know what, we're done. I'm not gonna call me in like a few years or some shit. Because like in my head, I'd be thinking, okay, that doesn't excuse what you said about her. And it's like it's not like they say they apologized to Yang, but the fact that Yang afterwards said that she'll try her best to fit in, it's like, no, this isn't right. No, fuck, I don't. Oh God, like I would not contact. I would cut off this mom and the sister. Honestly, just that's
Like,
fucked.
cutting them off that ship has sailed because they've already shown. Even if it was crocodile tears, it was some kind of remorse, and the wife's probably going to be like, well, let's give them a chance because my family, after they're doing the same thing. They did the same thing.
Like I get that, but like also knowing that like for the first 2 days they were messaging him like angrily until at finally day 3 when they started apologizing. It
Yeah,
That's
but at the
also
same
not very
time,
good.
she's probably. There's a flicker of hope here in her eyes, most likely, and she's going to try go for it.
Yeah, at this point it's just I guess whatever happens, because it seems like as if, because even OP himself says it's going to take a long time for him to trust in his mom and his sister, which rightfully so, in all
And
honesty.
let it take all the time you need.
Yeah, because like if that were to happen to me, it's like I wouldn't trust them really much either anymore. Honestly, I don't trust Jet. Like I guess the worst part about this most is also just Lisa, because we don't get to hear what Lisa has said throughout all of this. In all
Yeah,
honesty, because we've
and
only
quite
heard
frankly,
what. Yeah,
if she is, I wouldn't be surprised if she's a little depressed because of what Fred's been pulling. If that story is real,
yeah, because
but at the same time, I have trouble believing if it is real.
yeah, so to get the story straight, it's either Lisa is the one that told Jess to do all of this because she was depressed, and then finding out that OP was with Yang made her more depressed. And then she told Jess that I want to be with him because it's what he would have wanted, or he would want, or whatever. Or Jess is lying and said that Lisa told her all of this, and that's why she's doing it. And then the mom and the sister are blaming Jess because she's the one that told them to do these things. And apparently, quote unquote, I don't know if they ever say that, but apparently say all those things too, which I don't believe that. Um, yeah, there's no reliable narrator here. So I guess at the end of the day,
It's
it's
just a
just
blame game.
yeah. So I
You
guess
know that
yeah.
Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing fingers at each other?
Of course I do. Have you looked at me?
Just put that up real quick. Let's
Yeah.
just get a good look at that.
Yeah, we'll throw it up.
Yeah.
It's a big blame game. I hope that whatever happens, like I hope things do get better for OP, but at the same time, I have like this might not be the final update. In all honesty, I have a feeling that more shit might go down
Oh
eventually.
yeah, I believe that something's going to go down because this is I'm seeing a lot of crocodile tears, a lot of fingers pointing at each other. Once they feel like everything's simmered down, God, the wedding. Oh my God, imagine if they get seats. Remember what we said last time?
Yeah. Oh God,
Imagine if they hold out till the wedding.
Oh God,
Because there have been families that have done that. I've seen.
Oh God, that's gonna be really
Oh,
bad,
God.
man. I
Yep, I'm putting
guess.
my money down that they hold out till the wedding. That's when something's gonna really, or they keep making sly comments.
I guess we'll see about that, man. Because yeah, otherwise this update doesn't feel great. Like I guess I also feel bad. Like I think we haven't actually even talked about this. I feel bad for Yang too.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
the shit that she has to
Like, I think
do.
what sucks is that she seems used to it.
I know, and it's like the shit that she has said, like, oh, like she doesn't want to break apart a family, and the fact that she said that she'll try her best to fit in more. It's like, yeah, like Yang, you don't have to do anything. You are perfectly fine. If anything, none of this is your fault. Like, it's like that. I don't remember the name of that Robin Williams film, but it's like the one where it's like, no, no, listen, it's not your fault. Like Yang, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything at all besides just being
Yeah,
here and being yourself and being a good fiance. That's all
and
you've done.
what's going to end up happening if the family doesn't see where they messed up royally is she's going to break her back for them,
I
and that's
know.
not necessary. They don't deserve that. Her
Yeah.
family, if anything, deserves that because from the sounds of it, they're actually starting to see eye to eye with this.
Yeah. Well, if there is another update, we're gonna probably end up
There's
reading
going to
it.
be there's going to be another update.
I won't be surprised if there is, in all honesty. If there is another update, we'll
Life
read it.
does not life does not just stop with that. There's going to be another update. There are going to be people asking, "Hey, is everything okay now?" It's either going to be real good or a steaming dumpster fire.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to see what some of the comments say. So, because I wonder if they also will agree with some of the things that we've said here.
Also, there could be an update in the comments. You never know.
That's true. I have no idea what to say about building up trust again with your mom and sis. Time will tell. But man, did you really got one hell of a woman in Yang. Holy shit, the strength and grace it takes to host and reconcile with racists. Give her all the love and hugs. Honestly,
Seriously.
she
From what I'm
deserves
saying,
she deserves the world.
that is going to be one strong marriage, hopefully.
Oh, absolutely. Yang is a keeper, someone else wrote. Team Yang, someone else wrote. God.
Yep.
I'm glad it worked out well, truly, but your mom and sister should always have your back, not be manipulated by a friend. It's pretty easy to lay all the blame on Jess, then suggest that you stay away from her. Please pay attention to their future behavior. You can forgive, but don't forget. Yang sounds like she's one in a million. Yeah.
Yeah, that again backs up what I said earlier. They're pointing fingers and they see that she's going down, so they're trying to fix whatever they can
Yeah.
just so they can
Get off
burn it
scot-free.
all down again.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good advice of paying attention to their future behavior because, like I said, you can be manipulated you could say that you were manipulated by a friend to do some things. It takes a lot to manipulate someone into saying things that are really racist. Or should I say, it takes a lot to manipulate a quote-unquote good person into saying things that are racist. So,
Yeah, and the fact that from the sounds of it, what we read last time, it did not take much to convince them to have that. Yeah,
yeah.
it just didn't take them a lot, so I get the feeling they're in on this from the start. They probably weren't happy with the girlfriend, found out it was going to become a wife. Friend was talking about, I was like, well, his ex. And they jumped on board.
This comment is exactly what we've been saying. My mom and sister told us that I should stay away from Jess because she orchestrated the whole thing. That's some major bullshit. Jess didn't trick them into being racist and unsupportive of your relationship. She just let them know it was okay if they spoke the quiet parts out loud with her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There you go. So yeah, that was the final update for this story. I'm using the term final update very loosely here because I feel like there might be more that might happen, maybe, just maybe, who knows. But if this truly is the final update, then damn, that it's very bittersweet. So the last video was much longer than this video so far because we were actually reading multiple updates in that video compared to this one where we were just reading the final update here. And so because of that, I actually have another post for us to talk about, which is also a very short post, but I still think it's a very interesting conversation to talk about. So yeah, here's a bonus Reddit post, if you will, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah.
You've got this. You've got this.
I hope so. Jesus Christ. All right. So, like I said, this is a very short post. Very short. It's from r/daddit, which is like a Reddit for like dads, if you will.
Oh, God.
So, the title says, "My son likes pink, and I have got to say, it's surprising how many people react like I am weird for allowing it."
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
This one,
They got us in the
you
first
knew what
half,
I
I'm
was
not going to lie.
thinking.
Yeah.
I was about to get up and walk out.
You're just like, here we go. But no, well, I mean, it's still not great, but You get what I'm, you know. Anyways,
Let me have this moment where I think he's a good father.
like it's no, I mean like it's still not great, but it's like at least we know it's like okay, at least he's supportive. Anyways, so the post says, I have a 3.5-year-old, and for as long as he's been able to understand the question, he has told us he loves pink. We decorated his room recently, and he wanted it pink. New lamp he picked was pink. Waterproof outfit for a nursery, a fetching shade of hot pink. I wouldn't care less about the color. It makes him happy, but I have noticed that people seem to still have weird hang-ups about this. My wife once mentioned to someone, and the first thing they asked is how I was taking it. I'm honestly surprised at people's reaction to this. It's a bloody color, not like we were letting him smear his own shit on the walls in lieu of paint. Jesus Christ, okay.
Like, I can see where he's going with it, with that.
I mean, I get where he's going, but like, damn, all right.
More importantly, it's a 3-year-old. It is a child.
More importantly,
And
it's a color.
Yes. You put those two things together, you get something that's normal.
Yeah, it's a color.
Get your heads out from the gutter and go on with your own lives.
It's like on one hand I'm like happy that the dad is like, yeah, okay, fuck it, he likes pink, who cares. But the fact that people are looking at it weirdly, and like the thing that really sets it over the bar for me is when it's like my wife once mentioned it to someone and the first thing they asked is how I was taking it, and I'm just like, damn, okay.
You'll hear, you know, that's not the first time something like that is just like, I've had that experience with my dog.
Really?
Yes, a couple of times when we first got Blueberry. This was like pre-COVID, like really, yeah. But we took him out for a couple walks because outside, you know, things are perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted him in pink. I wanted to give him a pink bandana. He had a pink harness. And as soon as I'd say his name, oh yeah, this is Blueberry. And there's like, why not Raspberry? Well, because he's a blue coat golden doodle. So it was a kind of a last minute name. So I went with Blueberry because it's the name of my favorite character. And it was like, oh, okay, we get that. So he's so nice. Oh, he's a boy. What? Why is he? Why is it in pink? Because that's what I thought was cute on him.
Because it's a fucking color that shouldn't really mean shit.
Yes.
Like, what do you like? The fact that people are having hang-ups about it with that dog really goes to show, like, damn.
Yes, it's a dog, and like for heaven's sakes, he's an animal. If he could vocalize an opinion about it, then I would change it for him. But he's happy as all day. Hell, the bandana he has now is purple and pink, and he loves it. He hates it when I take it off.
And hell, fun fact, he can't even fucking see pink.
Yeah.
He can only see blue and yellow. He can't even see the pink. He wouldn't even give a shit.
Different shades, technically. It's been questioned in some dogs. But even if that wasn't the case, he enjoys it.
Yeah.
He's not in any danger of it. It's a color that we both like on him. We both agree on it, even if he can't speak.
It's so funny though, because imagine if he could talk and you told him, by the way, the thing that we've been putting on you, it's pink. He'd probably still be like, what the fuck is pink?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, there's this one dog owner. I've told you about the buttons before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where whenever he gets fed up with Dublin, he'll just press brother no. But there have been times where he will walk up and just randomly press I love mom. And then he'll just come bounding up to me like some big sabby sheepdog and just sit down next to me. So he's clearly intelligent enough to know what's going on.
Yeah, it's funny though, because I imagine if I got those buttons from my dog, the buttons that he would have would just be like, I hate you. Open up the door. Hurry up. I'm hungry.
Yeah, probably. From what you've told me, your dog is something.
Yeah, I've said it before. My dog is essentially a cat in a dog's body. He's very much like a cat. I mean, literally, when we had someone living with us for a little while, she had both a dog and a cat. He absolutely fucking hated the dog, but when the cat would come around, he'd actually like stare and he would actually try to walk towards it. So
Like, to an extent, that makes sense because, like, different animal and whatnot.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pink. It's just pink.
It's a color.
It's a color. Get over it, kids. Or get over it, adults, I should say. Anyways, that's pretty much all I had planned for today. Like, just talking about the final update, and then just this fun little post I found about this guy's son who likes pink, and people are acting really weird about it because I'm a boy liking pink. Oh, fucking call the police. It's pink.
It's, quote, not normal.
It's the 21st century. Get over it.
You'd think we would have bigger things to worry about than a simple color palette.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you to Linn for joining me for this video once again. And also, once again, all of our socials will be linked in the description below. And once again, if you don't go to them, I will find you.
I swear you don't threaten. For once, can we do one video where you don't threaten anyone about that?
I mean, this is only the second time we've done this.
I know, but I have my magic ball here. I can see in the future you're repeatedly threatening people about that. It's an account. It's nothing more than that.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways,
Okay,
if you don't follow her on all of her social media, I will find you. So yeah. Oh, and also there are going to be more videos or more of these like Reddit story videos, probably, hopefully, because I think this is pretty fun. I kind of like doing them. What do you like doing them?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it.
All right, cool. So she's perfectly fine with it, which, oh, my voice cracked.
Hey.
The next video I want to do is actually compiling up a bunch of like r/petty revenge stories and maybe some like nuclear
Ooh.
revenge stories because those are pretty fun. So until next time, I guess. Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and maybe we'll see you again sometime soon. And remember, stay safe and sane. Bye.